Well, it's about that time that I got back into the normal swing of things. The past couple videos, well, the last 3 actually, have been outside the normal range of gaming medium, and I know people want me to cover more things outside of gaming. I consider it as being more of a personality than anything else, but on the other hand, I don't want to be too political with things, because I don't really have a political affiliation. My affiliation is with me. I was saying something quite odd before I start this video. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I'm going to wager this is a trans woman. This Veronica was upset with what I assume is being killed in Red Dead Redemption Online. Veronica says, "It certainly pisses me off. I reported around 20 people for doing so." And then it goes into, and as I stated pointing out, griefing is the gamer version of rape. It's about making them feel powerful. You should fully expect that angry griefers either already is or one day will be a rapist if they are at least 16.
Oh, thank Christ. No! No! As they say in Japan, Subarashi!
It doesn't matter how many times I read this. It's probably one of the stupidest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. That there are people that exist in the world, in gaming, in the online medium, that for some reason can't even take an ass whooping in a game. Now, I can understand taking umbrage with getting a savage beating in real life, as I've received many in my time. I understand the struggle. But bitching about being killed in an online game that features a competitive nature and then claiming that it's the equivalent of rape is the largest stretch I've seen in so fucking long. The fact that we are even in this is ridiculous. What the hell happened to humanity? Is it like all the strength is being seeped out of us as a species? God help us if aliens ever come. Because if they're hostile, we're fucked.
The humans have created a change.org petition to stop us from killing them. Silly humans. We just won't read the petition.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's go into the sort of things I've come across. Now, the funny thing is, it's going to upset people because it's fucking Fallout related. You've already clicked the video, you know that. I don't even know how to preface this because it's so fucking dumb. Just when you think Bethesda can't get any crappier, they do. You know, I thought the worst was finally behind them with leaking people's information. What was it, a week ago, for God's sakes? And now we're here. The first bit of retarded ass news. Fallout 76's new ultra-wide mode has pissed people off. Do you know why? Because Bethesda has done something you could have done. It took Bethesda 1 month to basically tweak the ini files. What type of shit is this? So some Redditors, as always, Redditors seem to be the bane of existence for Bethesda. And I quote from IGN, "This week Fallout 76 patch saw a number of changes roll out in the game, including adding ultra-wide screen resolution support. However, players on Reddit have discovered that the new ultra-wide mode appears to be nothing more than a modification to the ini file, meaning that the 16:9 aspect ratio has been stretched to meet the wider resolution of 2119. The result is, while the game appears to render correctly at 21:9, the UI doesn't adjust according to stretching naturally." You'd think Bethesda would be like trying to, I don't know, do something right, considering Obsidian just showed off their RPG that everyone who's sick of Fallout and Bethesda is going to buy. I'm already chomping at the bit. I can't wait for it to come out. I might even be an asshole and buy the deluxe edition just to be a prick and then send a picture of it to Bethesda. Bethesda, this is getting embarrassing. We waited patiently for the ultra-wide fix, and when you said you were working on it and it looked great in our labs, I expected a perfect ultra-wide fix. But what you have delivered after a month from the game's release is basically an ini edit. Please observe how the text is so evidently stretched, how the sliders are so large, and how the menu options and workbench menu are so oddly enlarged. Further, if you said that you had to take extra care with the 21:9 fix to ensure no animations are broken, yet please refer to the last picture, whereas the water animation is completely broken now. Never saw that before. Bethesda, I am trying really hard just to overlook things and not make a negative post to further mess the morale up at your studio. But seriously, this is getting ridiculous. Let's read further anyway. And I quote, "A modder without access to the source code did what Bethesda didn't in a whole month." Why should anyone be surprised by it? This is just sad. And as much as I was a fan, I am capable of seeing the mess that is at hand. This is ridiculous. This proves everything I've said since 4 came out. Bethesda is lazy. They have been coasting off of reputation and past successes for years. It is now evidently clear without a shadow of a doubt that most of the people there are either A, incompetent, or B, just don't give a fuck because they know they will make the money, that the fan base will continue to support it no matter what happens. And as long as certain people who are very popular in the influencer spectrum of things that are fully able to push a narrative that it's a great game no matter what, Bethesda will continue to make money. This is appalling. There's nothing more needs to be said. Everyone here knows it. And I know people get sick of these Fallout videos, but I want to drive it the fuck home. This is unacceptable. No other developer in the industry gets to just be this shit at a game, and everybody lets it walk. If EA farts crooked, we're all over those guys. But Bethesda just keeps getting this sort of pass. Speaking of which, as I forgot that this wasn't just one thing, it's like I always go on a tangent when I see this. Another Reddit poster wrote 2 days ago, and I quote, I just logged in and I'm playing someone else's character. My account was breached a week or so ago. All of my characters were deleted, and a new one named You Cracked was added. I reported this to Bethesda, and they told me that they can't do anything about characters, and they closed my ticket. I reopened it and demanded an escalation to someone who can, and gotten no response then, last week. So this guy has been waiting over a week because this post is 2 days old. Someone else writes, now this is the kind of shit that would totally make me quit forever. The original poster wrote back, I seriously considered it, but my friends are still playing, so I took a week off and then remade my main. I'm currently level 21. Somebody else writes, Stockholm Syndrome is a bitch, ain't it? Later on, a Bethesda community manager came in, as always, and they're like, we're going to see what happens. You contact them. If you send me your ticket number, I'd be happy to see what's going on. Honestly, I highly doubt Bethesda will do anything. I got a little bit of a preview of how many people, after the big Bethesda leak, how many people were demanding refunds and shit, and Bethesda just shut them down when it came to the Power Armor Edition and so on. So, let's face it, nothing will happen. This person's just fucked. They probably won't get their character back. There's a slim chance. We're talking about a company that put out an ultra-wide mode that you could have done yourself the day the game came out. Like, literally. If Bethesda doesn't have modders to live off of, the reality of the game is sad. This is what a Bethesda game is without mods. Here you go, kids. It's a big sandbox of nothingness. And if you don't have a dedicated community with talent that is just so into the love of creating for games, and also a lot of people want to get into the game industry and see this as a good way, then you have this. Fallout 76 is what Fallout is without modders. And now console gamers are getting to see what Fallout is when it's a game that requires them to do a little bit more than some random ass patches once in a while. You've just gotten a good look at what Bethesda is. And on that note, I should get the hell out of here because this isn't exactly productive. And I haven't even said anything funny because there's nothing funny about this. That's what the Fallout community is. The Fallout community that supports Fallout 76 is essentially a girl that's in a bad relationship. It doesn't matter what the fuck this idiot does, she's still gonna give you an excuse as to why she should stay. Oh, I help him, I can change him. It'll be better later. It's gonna get better later. No, it's not, bitch. No, it's not. I had to plan Billy's Christmas special that might never make it on YouTube because it'll be blocked by a streamer. Sigh.